Yo, what's up guys? I have a few plays to share with you for NBA and college basketball. All action is going down today, this Tuesday, March 1st.
Ready, set, bet.
Hey, welcome back to the BettorOff channel. If you tuned in for this weekend's college basketball picks, you know I had a rough day on Saturday. But hey, it was my first basketball video that was not profitable, so that ain't too bad. And I'm really not the type to harp on a bad loss, but a couple of those games just missed by a point or two, and we would have been talking a whole different story here. Because then everybody would have been talking about this brewing legend about a guy who's just killing it with these videos and he's crushing the books with his picks. But I'm just not built for that kind of fame. So you know, maybe it's better if I lose sometimes too, right? I guess that's what I'll tell myself for now. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to share these games in the order they're happening. By the way, these are not my locks of the century, nor do I recommend betting the rent money or any money you can't afford to lose. I base a lot of my action on how lines have moved, combined with general knowledge of each sport that I cover. So, follow what you're feeling, and please hit that like button if you agree with any of my picks. Or you can get notifications anytime I make a pick on BettorOff, if you download the app and follow me on there, where you can also submit your own best bets as well. Anyways, let's get rolling with these picks, shall we? So the Hawks are traveling to Boston to take on the Celtics. This line originally opened with Boston -7, and the total was at 222.5, but it's now at 227.5. If you like Boston, the best odds I found on BettorOff was -6 with FanDuel, and if you like Atlanta, the best odds I found were +6.5 on DraftKings. Last year, the Hawks were just a couple wins away from representing the East in the conference finals. This year, they're hanging on for dear life just to get into the play-in tournament so they can try to make it to the real playoffs. The Celtics, on the other hand, they've been playing some of their best ball. In February, they were 9-2. They are sitting firmly in a playoff spot right now, but they're also in position to challenge for a higher seed if they can continue to play some good basketball. This will be the fourth time these teams meet up this season. Atlanta won the first two, but Boston won the most recent meeting at TD Garden. In none of the three previous meetings did the score get over 210. This total started at 222.5, but when I last checked, like I said, it was at 227.5. I gotta go opposite direction of this line movement in this spot, and I'm taking the under. Confidence level, 3. Next up, we are going with some college basketball with the Boilermakers headed to Wisconsin to take on the Badgers. Purdue opened as a 3-point favorite, and that's where it's at with most places, but you can also find the Badgers getting 3.5 if you look on DraftKings. Total is steady at 144 right now. Both teams will undoubtedly be in the big dance, but this game will probably decide who wins the regular season Big Ten Conference. Purdue is coming off of a loss. 2 in a row could drop them out of the top 10 rankings. Wisconsin has won 4 straight, and they already beat this same Purdue team back in January when they were getting 12 points. Now they're getting 3.5 points at home. I mean, I believe Purdue has the more talented roster, no doubt, but winning on the road in the Big Ten is not an easy thing to do. I think that getting 3.5 points with Wisconsin is a gift here. They could win this thing outright, but I'll take the points instead. I expect this to be a game that comes down to the final possessions in the final minute. In a scenario like that, I would much rather be getting the points. Game 3 is a late game between the Arizona Wildcats, who are going to be heading to LA to take on the Trojans. Arizona is favored by 4.5 with most books, and the total is at 150.5 according to FanDuel. This game has not seen a ton of line movement on the spread or the total. USC has been really hot lately, winning 6 straight. In fact, their last loss was against this same Wildcats team in Arizona, so they're probably champing at the bit to play the Wildcats on their home court. Side note, USC only has 1 win against an opponent ranked in the top 25 this year. Currently, Arizona ranks number 2 in the nation, so this would certainly be one of those signature wins that most teams like to have when the selection committee decide on the seeding. However, Arizona matches up well with USC, and as of right now, it's safe to pencil them in as a 1 seed in the tournament. And I'm sure that they would like to take care of business here because the rest of their schedule is pretty soft, and winning the Pac-12 will kind of be an afterthought at that point. So for this game, I think that Arizona wins, but I'm not too confident in laying the points against a hot hand like USC right now. I think this one ends up being close and high scoring. So I'm parlaying Arizona on the money line, and I like the over as well. This ticket could pay out as much as 2-1 depending on where you get your lines from. Alright guys, that's a wrap for the picks today. I will be back again soon to share more of my best bets, including this weekend's action for UFC 272. So stay tuned by subscribing to the channel, tapping the bell to get a heads up when we upload new videos. Until next time, best of luck banging on the books.